Let's be completely honest for a second. We're already deep into 2026, and if you open your bank app right now, what does it look like? Be real with yourself. It probably looks pretty much the same as it did last year, maybe even worse. And I already know the exact script running in your head. The economy is cooked. Housing is completely impossible. Inflation ate all my savings. The system is rigged against our generation. Look, spare me the speech. I'm not going to sit here and pretend the world is cheap or that things are easy. It's not, and they aren't. But if you're truly honest with yourself, the global economy isn't the only reason you're broke. You are. Before you rage quit this video or go complain in the comments, just give me a few minutes of your time. I'm not here to sell you a generic course, tell you to drop out of school, or pitch you some sketchy crypto coin. Motivation is a sugar rush, and I'm obviously not selling candy. I'm here to give you the harsh, uncomfortable truth, the exact perspective, and the kick in the teeth you need to actually fix your financial life in 2026. Let's start with the biggest lie you've been telling yourself, the illusion of working hard. You watch 3 hours of self-improvement and finance videos on YouTube, listen to a podcast about high-income skills while playing video games, and save a few Instagram reels about real estate or side hustles. At the end of the day, you feel like you put in work. Your brain gets a nice warm dopamine hit because you think you're learning. But in reality, you've accomplished absolute zero. Consuming content about making money is not the same thing as actually making money. You're just a passive consumer of financial inspiration. And inspiration doesn't pay your rent, nor does it fill up your gas tank. Now, let's do some basic math on your daily life. You keep saying, I don't have time to start a side hustle, or I'm too busy to learn a new skill. That's hilarious, because you had time to scroll on TikTok for 3 hours yesterday. You had time to rewatch the same comfort show for the 5th time because it's absolute cinema. You had time to stare at your ceiling for 45 minutes overthinking your life choices. Did you catch that? You have time. You're just ridiculously bad at using it. You have 24 hours in a day. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours, if you're lucky, and spend 8 hours at your job or college. Throw in another 2 hours for eating and existing. That leaves you with 6 whole hours every single day. Now, ask yourself, what are you actually doing with those 6 hours? If you can't answer that question without stuttering or feeling embarrassed, you just found your main problem. We live in an era where you can learn literally any high-value skill for free, or pretty close to it. You want to learn video editing, motion graphics, copywriting, coding, media buying, or digital marketing? There are thousands of step-by-step tutorials, communities, and free tools waiting for you. Yet, you use your phone to scroll aimlessly through brain-rot content instead of using it to level up your bank account. Technology isn't the enemy here. You are. Your phone is a tool, but if you treat it like a toy, it's going to treat your bank account like a massive joke. And even then, tools are completely useless without a system. Which brings us to my next point, your lack of structure. Saying, I want to make $10,000 a month is cute, but what's your actual plan? Are you tracking your monthly cash flow? Are you dedicating 2 uninterrupted hours every single night to mastering a client-facing skill? Or are you just hoping that wealth will somehow magically manifest itself in your life like a surprise physics exam on Monday morning? Goals without systems are basic fantasies. Systems are what force you to execute on the days you feel tired, lazy, or completely unmotivated. They are the unsexy routines that produce real-world results. They are the outreach templates, the study schedules, the portfolio builds, and the daily practice sessions. Systems are what separate the people who actually build wealth from the noisemakers who just talk about it on social media. While we're on the topic, let's address the unsexy reality of the grind. Most of what will actually make you financially successful is not exciting. It's boring. It's repetitive. It's staying in on a Friday night to finish a client project instead of going out to spend money you don't have. It's sending 50 cold emails a day and getting rejected by 49 of them. It's putting in hours of focused effort when nobody is clapping for you, nobody is validating you, and nobody gives a damn. The grind isn't supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel necessary. The sooner you stop expecting the process of making money to be fun and cinematic, the sooner you'll start seeing actual numbers in your account. You also have to address your consumer mentality. You live in a world designed to drain your pocket. You buy things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't even like. You get a little bit of extra cash and immediately spend it on new clothes, expensive door delivery meals, or random subscriptions you forget to cancel. You are constantly acting like a buyer in an economy where you need to be a provider. If you want to make money, you need to produce value. Look around. We are sitting in the most resource-rich, opportunity-dense period in human history. You aren't struggling financially because there's a lack of opportunities out there. You're struggling because you're stepping over those opportunities to grab your phone for another cheap burst of short-form entertainment. There's still one major problem, though. People avoid taking real financial action because of this weird idea of waiting for the right moment. You think you need to feel ready or have everything figured out before you launch that service, reach out to that client, or start that project. Truth is, you'll never feel ready. Perfect conditions are a myth. You have to execute in the middle of the mess, make mistakes, adjust, and keep pushing forward. So answer this one big question honestly. Am I really trying, or am I just dabbling? Because there is a massive difference between casual effort and aggressive daily consistency. One gives you zero results and a lot of frustration, while the other completely transforms your life. If you're not where you want to be financially, is it really because the universe is against you? Or is it because you're giving 20% effort and expecting 100% payoff? I'm not telling you this as someone who's perfect or sitting on a mountain of gold, because I'm not. But I can tell you that I stopped waiting for the economy to magically align with my vibes, and I started forcing results by controlling my time and my focus. If an average guy can shift his mindset and build momentum, what's the legitimate reason you can't? This video is just a wake-up call. I'm not ending this by saying something cheesy like, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You might fail. That's entirely up to your level of execution. But what I can tell you is this. If you decide to lock in for the rest of 2026, if you build a real skill, stop spending money on useless junk, and put in the boring work, this can be the year you stop saying, next year I'll get rich, and start building actual freedom. The world isn't going to fix your financial situation for you. It's harsh and indifferent. But you are smart. You have access to unlimited information. And most of all, you're a cutie pie. Fix your habits, fix your focus, and go fix your bank account. So, are you locking in? Or are we having this exact same conversation next year? You tell me.